African cuisine has played a significant role in the continent's culture and history. Like in many traditions, food brings people together. According to the World Bank, African farmers and agribusiness can create $1 trillion food market by 2030. This is if they can expand their access to capital, electricity and modern technology, as well as if governments can work more closely with agribusiness. Chef Andile Nomtaka agrees with this. Nomtaka has been a personal chef to two former presidents, Nelson Mandela and Thabo Mbeki. He is affiliated to numerous chefs associations in the continent that are tasked with promoting and preserving authentic African food.
Our food is not about Tlakwana, Marutwana and all those things, the tribes and everything. It's about everything that the animal has. And most largely, our own cuisine consists of your plant-based products. You know, I mean, African cuisine. I mean, if you go to, as I was talking to you earlier, I also made mention of lerote, which is your wild melon, your karo melon in English, and then this is African cucumber. These are the things that when I'm saying these are plant-based products. For African cuisine, it's not about meat. We do consume lots of fruits, lots of vegetables in our diets. I mean, there's a pap called umqa, there's a pap called umfino. These are plant-based, and those type of things, when you cook, you can consume them without even having meat in it.
Kholiwe Khafu is part of the growing movement of food influencers who have taken their skill, love and appreciation of food straight to the internet. Khafu boasts a healthy 70,000 following on Instagram and another 37,000 on TikTok. She has been pleasantly surprised with how her followers, who are relatively youthful, appreciated her cooking traditional food.
When I started my page, I thought that people would gravitate towards, you know, the fancier dishes, the date night dishes, and the kind of dishes you would expect to find at restaurants. And I was really keen to start sharing some of my recipes that were geared at that. But what I actually found out is that the following really loves traditional food. So if I post mohodu, when I post trotters, when I post steamed bread, and you know, chicken feet, things like that, that's when people really show love to the posts, which is quite interesting.
In the northwest of Johannesburg in Cosmos City, Zimbabwean-born Tinashe Chinyanga runs Zondo Chill Spot. His menu deals with more of off-cut meat like cow heels, prepared old-style, beef bones mixed with spinach, and cow head, among others, at affordable prices. Chinyanga says he sees the community gravitating towards this type of food on almost a daily basis.
I see on pizza and burgers, it's like a pleasure when everyone is getting paid or got paid. Eh? But every day to day, it's this African. It's not expensive, it's cheap, but it's always there. You understand, and the variety, it makes you think, let me take this and that.
Despite the simplicity of his dishes, Chinyanga's input costs are increasing in line with inflation, and he's worried that he's unable to pass on the cost to consumers. This is one of the challenges facing his business.
Like last year when we started, I was buying one cow, it was going for like 9 rand, 10 rand. Now it's 20 rand, 22 rand. Double the price before even you finish a year. You get it? Everything is, now I have to change the prices every day. What do the customers say now? Complaining. They cry about it, like what? So I have to ration in a way like now we are like family. Then the African thing comes in now. Just being authentic about it. Okay, you want something to eat, here you are. At least you have something to eat. To recover the profit, it's a struggle.
Khafu says she's seen that changes and innovations of traditional food often doesn't bode well with her followers. Many still want them cooked the way it has always been done.
That you can't necessarily promote African dishes if you're going to try to be too innovative around them. people still want them to look and feel how they remember them. So there's a huge nostalgia element on that. So I think if one's trying to promote African dishes, you need to play into that nostalgia, really lean into how these things are traditionally prepared.
Chef Andile says through initiatives like the Harvest Heritage, a specialist consultancy, there is hope in preserving African cuisine. The initiative promotes African heritage ingredients, recipes and culture. It advocates for equitable, environmentally sustainable market linkages between food producers and consumers. And in a recent competition, Nomdaga won for producing the best African dessert using an indigenous fruit.
Immediately when I tasted this thing for the first time, I said to myself, this dish will never beat me. I'm going to get it right.
Yeah.
And in fact, for that matter, I can create a dessert out of this dish.
Wow.
My plate in the competition yesterday, there's the competition, Harvest Heritage culinary competition. Yeah. My dessert plate was made out of that very same dish that made me cry. Wow. And everybody was just raving about that dish. And it was such a nice day for us that at least my plate made a day.
With advocates like these three, there's no doubt that African cuisine will live on and the African food industry will grow. It is said that Africa is the world's next big growth market, and if strategically marketed, the potential rewards are significant. Diabo Seto, SABC News, Johannesburg.